Alright, so this exhibition is called Document Refuge, and it's based on a Kinne grant that we received from Columbia University in the spring of 2007 to go to Thailand and research the refugee camps on the Thai-Burma border. And what we wanted to do is document different ways architecturally that one can tell a story through architecture drawing methods that we learned throughout our schooling at Columbia. So what we've been doing is on the left side of the wall there's the spatial map of the refugee camp itself, which isn't the exact map of the geography map of the refugee camp of the surrounding areas, but more of like the spatial memory of the place, and then drawing out the objects so that you could draw more information about the space.
The idea was to kind of draw each of the buildings that we entered, or different organizations that we spoke to and interviewed, to kind of illustrate our experience, but also the networks that sustain the camps on the border, that are on the border town as well as the camps, and also in Burma. And so the idea was to pull out these different experiences that we had to show the overall kind of landscape that we remember, and then on the other side to show the kind of actual network that develops these camps. On the left side there's the history of kind of why refugees are coming into Thailand, and then it breaks down into smaller, more personal objects. They talk about building materials or different NGOs that offer money or land, different clinics that are developed and different schools.
We also wanted to show how big organizations and networks are actually connected to the small workings of how the camp works as well. So for example, like we noticed trends about like tourism industries and tourism that first world countries are involved in that's actually contributing to the economy of the Burmese, which is helping fuse it's helping drive all the refugees out of Burma, and at the same time there's the same countries and the same networks are helping to fund the refugee camps that are being transported outside to other countries like the US and England and Australia. So we wanted to show the interconnectivity of it as well.
I guess, for example, some of the building materials phenomena, like even though Thailand gives land to Burmese refugees to live on, they can only use temporary materials as bamboo to make their settlement. So every 2 to 3 years, they have to rebuild their homes, even though a lot of families have been there for like 30 to 40 years. And we were kind of struck by how there's this kind of temporary residential atmosphere, but there's also such a permanent like network where there's really kind of hierarchical markets and different religious churches and places of worship. There's also permanent schools where you can use concrete CMUs, permanent materials, to create community buildings, but you can't use that for like personal residential spaces.